All right. Hey, hi, hello. Happy Monday. We are recording. I am still in from the waiting room, so bear with me. But as I get everybody in from the waiting room, y'all know the drill. Let's drop our I ams into the chat. But even more than just your I ams, I want you to dig deep. I want you to have some I ams that are wrapped around your vision, that are wrapped around what you're fighting for, that are wrapped around what you want to accomplish this month. I see oftentimes, I am 4K, I am 12K, which, hey, that is amazing. Yes, say that. But I don't want you to just say that. I want you to have that assigned to something. I want that to be a part of your vision. I want that to be, what are you spending that $4,000 bonus on? What is that going to? It needs to have a meaning. It needs to have something behind it. It can't just, well, I mean, it can. Y'all know I will never say, it can't be this and it can't be that, because who the hell am I to tell y'all what can and can't do? But for me, whenever there's something that I'm working towards, it lights a whole different fire underneath my ass when I'm like, okay, if I'm running for a $4,000 bonus, what am I using that bonus for? What exact debt is that paying off? When I first joined and I was earning my bonuses and I was doing things, we didn't have rank advancement bonuses at the time. All we had, which is what made me say yes, was our VIP bonus. And I literally, when I hit the promoter button, I told Em, I was like, I'm putting this $800 on one of my credit cards. Cause y'all, when I joined, I was over $100,000 in debt. Your girl had no issues spending. So it was a struggle, but I've grown a little bit. But I remember I assigned it. And so when I got to work and I was posting and I was getting uncomfortable, I remembered I am paying off my Chase card. I am, well, not paying it off, but because it was pretty high. So not just $800, but I am putting $800 towards my Chase card. I am putting this week's commission towards X amount of card. I am paying off this. So as you're saying your IAMs, because I feel like we get super in the groove of IAMs, which is amazing because I want you guys to do that daily, but I don't want you to just sit here and say, I am a leader. Okay, great. What does being a leader mean? Yes, say I am a leader, but I want you to have meaning behind it. I don't want you to take I ams from the chat that you see other people say and say, oh, that's a good one. Let me say it. Great, say it, but what's the meaning behind it for you? I want you to dig down deep into your vision and why you're here. I want you to dig down deep and remember what you're fighting for. And I have a reason for saying this before I pass it off to Christina, because y'all know she's going to bring the fire and it's fine. But I have a reason for saying this because I was sitting today and I was watching my husband and my son in the pool, and I unplugged today. I needed a mental health day, and I have been struggling with limiting beliefs so hard this month. It was like the first of the month hit, and all of a sudden it was like, hey, Linz. And I'm like, oh, fuck my life. Like, here we go. Hey, hi. Like, it's been a while. Nice to see you. Not so much. And that is what I've been dealing with for the last 12 days. But I am not allowing them to overcome me. I'm still showing up. I'm still working my business. I'm still doing all the things that I need to do. But I knew today that I needed to take care of me. So that's what I did. I unplugged a little bit. I started working on my part 2 of the boot camp, Limitless. That should hopefully be up this month. I am working on it. It'll be up in our team page, so just keep an eye out for that. Just a little side note, I will send out more details later in the week, but I was struggling today. And so as I was looking at Rob and I was looking at Rylan playing in our pool, I was like, this is it. This was my vision 5 years ago. I didn't know Rob when I first started Thrive. I obviously didn't know I was going to have a child. He's only going to be 2 in September. But when someone asked me why I was doing this, my whys constantly changed, but my vision always looked, I had a 5-year plan in my head that when I closed my eyes, I saw my home, I saw my husband and my children, and I saw these things and I envisioned it. And I was sitting watching them play today in the pool, and I just like, I FaceTimed Katie because she was at her new house also. And I FaceTimed Katie and she answered it, and we don't even say hi to each other when we answer the phone anymore. She just was like, "What is our life?" And I was like, "This." And I had to call her in that moment because I knew that she would understand. And we just kind of looked at each other and we were like, 3 years ago, we started at 0. We started at nothing. If you know Katie's story, then you know that. If you know my story, then you know I was in so much debt. Anxiety, depression through the roof. I struggled with so many things. I was in the medical field, and I loved being a nurse. I hated being an employee. I'm unemployable, y'all. Y'all know my mouth and my attitude, but that's a whole nother story. And I was just, we were talking and I was like, "Show me the house." And she was like, "Show me the pool." And then we before we hung up, we were like, this is what we were working towards for 3 years. She started a little bit before me, but moral of it is we've been here for 3 years. And we said, you know what? This is why we didn't give up. And if you know either of our stories, you know that both of us almost walked away at 2 separate times. I was going to walk away. I turned my resignation letter in and she was ready to walk away. She had already picked out her other company. We don't lie about it. We were ready to walk away, and each of us told each other, no. We said, we're not doing this. We're not walking away. We're not allowing limiting beliefs. We're not allowing fear. We're not allowing anything to get in our way. I had just, right after I was ready to walk away, I had just earned a $220,000 bonus. Can you imagine if I would have walked away from that? Not even 6 months later, I earned that. Katie was up for the same exact bonus, and she had counted herself out. And this was when she had come to Florida. And if y'all know that story, then you know I told her, I sat her down, I said, "You're playing small." So I want to look all of you guys in the eye tonight, if I can, through all the little boxes. And I want to tell you, stop playing small. Find your vision. What are you fighting for? Why are you here? And stop playing fucking small. What are you afraid of? Are you afraid that somebody's going to judge you? They're already judging you, sis. Are you afraid somebody's going to say something? They're already talking, babe. Are you afraid that someone's going to unfollow you? They've already muted you. Who cares? I can tell you right now, anybody that said anything about me, anybody that poured out their insecurities over me, who I am as a person or my business, they're no longer around. Whether they were in my personal circle or in this business, I can tell you I've lasted, but they haven't, and there's a difference. I'm too busy working my business to run my mouth. And I'm going to tell you that women who are busy building don't have time to run their mouth. So if you have somebody that's causing you or talking about you or making you fearful of what you're posting, or they're in your inbox and they're like, "Are you really representing this? Are you really doing this? Or are you doing what X, Y, and Z?" Yes. You owe no one any explanation for why you're bettering yourself. You owe no one an explanation as to why you said yes to this. I don't think having a 9-to-5 is bad. Just like I don't think network marketing is bad. If somebody isn't into the 9-to-5, hi, I'm unemployable. That doesn't mean I'm bashing people who have a 9-to-5. It's a double standard. And I want you to have the mindset that is so bulletproof to where if somebody who does have a 9-to-5 says that's not a job, okay. You don't owe them any explanation. I know that we're running for bonuses right now, but I also want to say that your business is a bonus. Our CEOs are the most incredible people I've ever met. They are so giving. I literally could do an entire Zoom on just how amazing they are. But if you guys think that this is the last time bonuses are going to be available, you haven't been with Lavelle long enough. So I want you to run for the next 3 weeks, but then I don't want you to stop when May 1st hits. And the reason why, and I was talking to Christina today, I'm going to pass it off to her in just a second, is if y'all know, and she's going to share a little bit of her story, she joined me and she quit. She came back because they always do, y'all. They always come back. They always come back. But yeah, my Zoom didn't cross over, so we're maxed out. When Christina gets on, I'll bump it up. But they always come back, and she's the prime example of it, but she's also the prime example of what happens when you bet on yourself, no matter how many people tell you that you can't do it. Y'all, she didn't just do it once, she's doing it twice. And she didn't allow missing milestones to stop her. Because a couple months ago, she was $500 short of 80K, but it wasn't her time. It wasn't her time. This is her time. You have to remember that. You're running and you're creating your time. You're running and you're creating your season. So I want you to run right now. But then when May 1st hits, you aren't gonna quit. Okay? I'm gonna pass it to Christina because she's gonna talk about her story a little bit, and then also some social media, because y'all know she brings that fire. She's about to give you a reality check. If you aren't using your stories, well, I'll pray for you.
I love it. Am I good? Can you guys hear me? Okay, cool. All right, so hey guys, sorry if this lighting is actual crap. I'm not home, and I kind of wanted to start off my part of this call with exactly that, right? So when Linz was talking a couple minutes ago, she was sharing all of the limiting beliefs that a lot of people in this business might have. Maybe you have those limiting beliefs. And, I really think that from the start with my business, I was kind of given the choice to either allow others' opinions to stop me in my tracks where I was, or I had the decision to say, you know what? I don't know where this is going to take me. I don't know if I'm going to accomplish the things that I want to, but I'm going to try really hard, and I'm not going to have a plan B. And it's funny that I'm actually sharing this because I was just saying to Connor, like, I didn't have any call notes. You guys know me. I just speak from the heart. And earlier tonight, I was kind of talking with my mom about, things that I've grown through this business and learned about myself. And when it comes to the words you're speaking over yourself and the limiting beliefs that you have day to day, like, it's so important to know that if you have a plan B because you're afraid of something, or you feel like you're going to fail for X, Y, and Z limiting belief reason, like, having that plan B is already setting you up to fail. And hold on one second. Let me fix this gallery view for me. Okay, there we go. For me, from the start, I remember, and if you guys have heard, me talk before about this, you probably know this story already. I've shared it 100 times. That's marketing, repetition, right? Share your story. I started this business with Linz, and I had just left a company that literally had done, honestly, probably worse for me than before I started the business. Like, I was just in a bad position financially, mentally. I was just not there. I was going through a really rough period of time. And when I found Lindsay, I wasn't looking for another business. I didn't even know any other opportunities existed, to be honest. I got into this industry because someone cold messaged me about it. And so when I found Lindsay and I was shown this, I guess opportunity, for lack of a better word, like all of the things, right? The car payment, that was the thing that stood out to me, because I was paying almost $400 for a car that was like 5 years old already. Like, that's how bad my finances were. And I joined this business, and I remember sitting on my parents' breakfast counter, and I was looking on Pinterest at white BMWs because that was like my dream. And when my dad came down, he looked me in the face and he was like, "What are you doing? You're funny if you think you're going to get that. Like, you're not going to earn a $12,000 bonus. Like, you need to go get a job." And it was funny because we were actually in the first 3 months of my business, and we had just gone into rank advancements. It was the first time in my life that I had ever heard of a company doing bonuses like we have available right now. And the company that I was in prior, I was actually working 2 months straight to earn a $5,000 bonus, right? So you kind of get where I'm going with this. So my journey in this industry started with me working for a $5,000 bonus. I went through heck trying to transition. Like, people were not nice. I went through a lot. Linz knows I had a migraine so bad the day that I joined her because I was bawling my eyes out on FaceTime pretty much all day. Like, I was distraught over this. And when I joined this business, I was determined to be able to claim the things that this comp plan had on the table for me. I knew what it was capable of. And it was kind of crazy how I had no idea what I was doing or if another business existed. I was just going through the motions, working for a $5,000 bonus that literally I stopped going to my classes because I was so dedicated to earning that bonus, right? It kind of just the no plan B person, I guess. That's just how I roll. When I want something, I'm going to work really, really hard for it no matter what, right? So I was kind of blessed with that stubborn personality from the get-go. But when I came into this business, not only had I just not earned a $5,000 bonus for 2 months with a previous company, but now our company just dropped $12,000 bonuses. And I remember sitting at that breakfast counter being so discouraged when my dad was like, "You're not going to get that." And it wasn't even like discouragement. It was more so pissed off because I knew how hard I was willing to work for that. It got to the point where I was dreaming about that $12,000 bonus. I was writing it on everything. I was speaking it over myself. And that in the forefront of my business is kind of, a foreshadow to what was to come. Because yes, I walked away from this business. I got cocky. I was young. I didn't really know how to handle money like I was earning. So I left. And what happened? I came back because I realized that nothing else compared. So here we are. We're through bonus season again. Actually, let me remind you, the whole first year I was here, I couldn't even personally earn a bonus. Like, literally, I earned it on Connor's account. So I was working and I was like, I want to hit 40K. I was in between 12 and 40. And I was like, dang it, I really want a bonus on my account. Right. And so I hit 40K this month last year, and I worked like crazy, right? A lot of people saw me come into this business back in August of 2019, and they were like, whoa, how did you hit 12K so fast? Let me remind you, it's not overnight, guys. I had already built here for a year. So think about all the time that I put into this business. And you're probably like, oh my God, so much has happened. So much success has come from it. Whatever you think, what actually happened was I went through absolute hell behind the scenes. And I kind of feel like there's this connection with a lot of us leaders on this team is like, we all went through it before our level ups. And, you probably have heard Lynn say, more levels, more devils. That's literally ingrained in my brain now because I know when I'm going through growth periods. I know when I'm about to do something really big in my life because everything goes crazy. Guys, if you know anything about my life right now, I haven't been home for 3.5 weeks, and I won't be for at least another month and a half. I'm living out of a suitcase. The last 2 months, basically, I have just been completely off of my routines. Honestly, the seasonal depression, being on the East Coast, missing my palm trees, like, I'm just like, oh my God, like, I'm running for one of the biggest things in my business ever that I've ever had the opportunity to run for, and the enemy is trying so hard to throw me off. And the reason I say that is because those limiting beliefs that you guys might be having right now as we approach the end of this month, right? We're coming up on mid-month. It's the last month of rank advancement bonuses. I know that you're probably going through some type of craziness, but I want you to know you're not alone. And when you decide that you're going to make it through, that you're going to push through whatever it is, like, you literally have to adapt. And I say that because me right now, I'm going through that at this moment. Literally, we were on our way home. My boyfriend picked me up from my parents tonight. And I was like, tomorrow I have to wake up early. I need to go for a walk. I need to get back into my routines. Even though I want to lay in bed and do nothing and I'm unmotivated and I'm like, wow, this weather is so horrible. Like, I want to do nothing, but I can't do nothing because there's too much on the table. And if I would miss out on that because my life wasn't working the way I wanted to, or because I felt like I wasn't worthy, or because someone was going to talk about me. Those are all things that are absolutely just, it's not true, right? We have this amazing business opportunity that you can literally work on the go, on your phone. How blessed are we to be able to do that? Don't allow your life be an excuse for why you can't run this business as hard as you possibly need to. And then there's the other end of the spectrum where it's like, if you're doing all of the things and you're in routines and you're working really hard and you're getting super, super close to your goals and your bonuses, but it doesn't happen for you, know that it's not your time, and that's okay. Like Lindsay said, in July, my team and I were $500 short of hitting 80,000. There were no rank advancement bonuses. Now, imagine if I would have hit that in July and then bonuses roll out now. I'd have to work 10 times harder, and I'd be a lot farther than I am now from hitting a $200,000 bonus, right? I would have to work so much harder. I would probably honestly have to like bust my butt for 3 months straight, and maybe even then I wouldn't hit it. Who knows, right? It doesn't really matter. What matters is that what you are doing right now and what you are doing from this day forward, it counts. Whether you hit that bonus or not, whether you're 10K or 2K off, it doesn't matter because it wasn't your time. But if you are not hitting it because you are not getting up every day and working your business, there's a difference between that and letting it slip away from you because you just didn't do the work versus working your absolute ass off and getting so close. Like, I remember Emma, I think Lynn's actually fell asleep. Like, this is how late it was. I think Emma fell asleep, or no, Lynn's fell asleep. Emma was up with me. We were texting, and I was like, oh my God, should I buy it? Like, should I buy it out? Like, oh my God. Like, and I remember Emma was like, oh, I'll split it with you. Like, we'll both get, we'll do half and half. We'll do this together. It was 11:59. I literally could not type fast enough to get it in. We tried. It wasn't meant to be. If there's not a better story for that, I don't know what is. Like, it wasn't meant to be. And months later, here we go. I'm meeting new babes, bringing new people in. That wasn't my focus. It wasn't, okay, damn, I didn't hit 80K. I was $500 short. I suck. I'm giving up. No, because if I would have gave up in that moment, I wouldn't be here today. And I'll tell you, from this point back to July when we almost hit it, we have grown so much as a team. I want to say there's like 200 or 300 more people on our team. And hello, that's a lot more lives changed and a lot more impact that we brought just because we kept going, right? Where you are today, you can literally be like, someone on here right now is not even 4K, and you're going to be an 80K by this time next year. Like, that's how this business works. If you don't give up on yourself and you keep telling your limiting beliefs, and I'm sorry, literally, this is what I say, fuck off. Like, fuck off, devil. Like, I'm sorry. Like, this is my time. There is no plan B. I'm getting it done. And that's the mindset you have to have. And I know I say a lot of times in my trainings, like, you won't understand what I'm saying until you decide. But let me try and paint this picture for you. When I say decide, guys, I mean literally there is no ifs, ands, or buts. You don't let your mind doubt yourself. Yes, you may have them come up unchecked, but you better check those damn thoughts because you control the controllable. Guys, there is so many books and studies out there. Literally everyone says it, what you think becomes. And I mean, honestly, go on Pinterest, do a little vision boarding, start expecting more for your life, and realize the harder you work, the more routines you have in your day, the more you show up for this business and you pour belief into yourself, you are going to move freaking mountains. Whether you hit that bonus this month or not, whether you earn Mexico or not, there's gonna be more things coming. I already know, I think at the end of this month in Palooza, we're literally dropping more products. Like, we're so new to this industry, guys. We're gonna be 9 years this fall, 10 years, something like that. That's so new for this industry, and we are crushing it. And there's already so much on the table, a part of our rewards plan that you can earn aside from these bonuses. And it doesn't have to stop. You running for these bonuses or running for your business in general does not have to stop when the clock stops at the end of this month. You better keep running, because I promise you, if you keep running this business at the caliber you are now to earn a bonus, if you do that for the next 90 days and then again for another 90 days, next time these bonuses roll out, you're going to be in place to earn a huge freaking bonus. I honestly, when I sit here and I talk about how by the end of the month we will be an $80,000 team, That doesn't even make sense in my head. Like, I was talking to my dad last week, and, now that I've been in this business and I chose to support myself before anybody else did, my dad literally wears a t-shirt that says, I have an awesome daughter I'm proud of. Like he literally is so obsessed with the fact that I told him to shut up and I kept doing my own thing. He asks me now, how does this work? You know what he said to me yesterday? He wants an account. Do I have to take pictures on my Facebook with my rest? He loves rest. Like, literally, he's obsessed with it. It's so funny. If you haven't seen the picture on my Instagram, go to my family highlight. He's literally holding it up and smiling. It's so cute. But he asks, like, how do you do this? This is amazing. Like, that's so many sales. But that number doesn't even make sense in my head. Why? Because it's not a number that I'm working for, guys. And I think that's the bigger picture you have to realize here. Yes, these bonuses are amazing. Yes, our business plan is absolutely out of this world. But what it comes down to is you are here for the things that you love in your life, whether that's your family, experiences you want, time, freedom. Do not give up on yourself because of a bonus. Do not think that, because you earn a bonus, you're all the damn shit and you don't have to keep working, because you'll lose it as quick as you got it too. Like, I need you guys to realize, if you want to go far in this business, you have to say from this day on, you know what? I don't care what it takes, who says what unchecked thoughts go in my mind, because I am so committed to myself and the life that I can build with this opportunity, that if I stop now, I will literally look back in 5 years and you will watch all of your teammates who stayed with it living the life you're supposed to be living. You deserve that. Do not be the person that sells yourself short. There are so many people in this world that think about themselves and they're selfish and that's all they want, right? There's enough people out there not thinking about you. This world needs you to think about you. Yes, we need to be there for other people and grow teams and serve others. But when you decide to show up for yourself, you're going to impact so many lives. I remember writing down on my vision board a year ago that I wanted to have 1,000 people on my team. Guys, we're approaching that in like the next month. Like, we are going to be $1 million lifetime sales team. Can I tell you, I remember when I hit 250K and I was like, oh my God, 1 million is so far away. Do you know how much has changed in my life and my business since that point? There is no limit to what this business can do for your life, but it won't happen until you decide to step into it and you get on your social media every day and you make yourself available to people. You have to put yourself out there, right? It's funny because when I met a lot of people in Cabo, and other babes that I've met in this business, they're like, wow, you are literally the exact same person that you are online. And it's true. And I'll tell you right now, a couple years ago, I would never be talking on my stories. I never went live. If you want to laugh, go onto my Facebook, go into my albums, look at my videos. There is a live video of me on my college bedroom floor sharing that nasty, fat coffee crap that I used to have. And I think I vomited in my sink after I did that live. Like, it was so bad, and it's still posted today. That's part of my journey. But if you watch me now, you're like, oh my God, you're literally the same person like that you are in person. And it's true. And you need to show that part of you. I feel like so many of us at first were scared to be who we are and get on our stories and talk. Like, I got on my story this morning and I literally was laying in bed. I had raccoon eyes. I looked atrocious. I got my eyebrows waxed today and I was like, sorry, I didn't wash my face today, so there's like makeup still there. Like, she was laughing at me, but I got on my story like that and I was talking. I was like, being in Philly right now, I'm super anxiety ridden. I'm off my routines. Like, I shared that with my audience. That was real. A lot of people might say like, oh, well, why are you talking about that? Like, you have to portray this perfect life. No, that's bullshit, guys. I don't have a perfect life. But I'm going to share that because it's relatable. So I want to challenge you guys as we go through these next couple of weeks and we end rank advancement period for this year. I want you guys to try so hard to get on your stories and talk face to face and be who you are. Share yourself doing your products. Share yourself having a mental breakdown. Ask your audience if they are having the same feelings, Start being social, making yourself more available. And I promise you, if you are doing that and showing up, like I said, every single day, deciding to make this business work for you, not using your life as an excuse, but an asset. Guys, I don't care if you're sitting down on the couch watching Netflix. Put it on your story. Put a box on it that says, any good shows up that you're watching, or what's your favorite Netflix show? Like, Start to include your audience in your content. Start to get to know your audience. The biggest thing that changed in my business was I stopped writing posts that I thought people wanted to see, and I started sharing things that I loved. Getting my nails done, talking about my anxiety, sharing my gluten-free, dairy-free nightmares that I've gone through recently, right? Like, be who you are and share that and use that as your superpower. When you show up and you show who you truly genuinely are, I promise you, you are going to get so many more people appreciating you and feeling inspired by you rather than people who are going to judge you. And just like Lindsay said, whether they're talking smack or they're talking praise, they're still talking, okay? And we love an audience that watches, because what happens, then they get to learn about us and who we actually are, and they hear our truth because we're showing up every single day, right? So, prime example, this one's kind of raunchy, but that whole OnlyFans thing that's up there, right? The one day I was like, oh, should I make one of those? Do you know how many people from my high school, gross little guys, were like looking at my story? And guess what? I wasn't really going to do that. That wasn't really my goal, but I wanted to see, hey, how is this going to impact my audience, right? So that was something that I knew would catch attention. So think about what's in your life that catches attention, right? Lindsay's laughing at me, but that's who I am. I'm freaking crazy, guys. I don't give a shit. I'm me. I'll be twerking on my story. I ain't got no type of booty right now either. I just bought a mass gainer to add to my shake so I could bulk up a little bit. But be who you are, guys. Don't be apologetic in who you are, honestly. That is the thing that you're not doing right now that I promise you is going to bring people in your inbox. People are going to learn you for those quirks. They're going to learn you for, the crazy things that you do on camera. If you haven't started making reels, please do, and do some ridiculous crap. Like, that's going to get pushed out. People are going to see you. They're going to know you. Like, I think I saw Lori. I don't know if Lori Page is on here, but I saw her today, this morning. She was doing the whole, like, my back aches, my skirts, you say, that one? I was cracking up, and I was like, I need to do that. Like, have fun with it, guys. Stop feeling like, oh my God, I need to make money, so I have to, like, do these IPAs and, like, be, like, super awkward and forced. Like, don't force it. My favorite thing about this business, and if you ever met me in person, I love to say, every opportunity in life is a money-making opportunity. And I say that because every moment you can document in your life. You can relate every single thing in your life to this business, or how this business is allowing you to have that moment or enjoy that moment. Like, start using your life as the thing that is going to bring people in. Use the things that you're doing now and where you want to go. So for me, like, I remember back when I first started this business, the first time I joined Lindsay, I had, again, the RAV4 that I could barely afford. So I wanted to get that bonus. So what did I do? I knew our auto plan had the Mercedes-Benz. My friend had a Mercedes-Benz. I went and took a picture in front of it, and I talked about our auto plan. I didn't say it was my Mercedes. I just talked about the opportunity. And guess what? Me utilizing those things in my life, utilizing different marketing tools and where I would go take my pictures and how I could relate that to this business with my fives and share my life, those are the things that got me to where I am. It doesn't have to be you need success or you need Louis bags and the nice cars and whatever. Like, guys, honestly, we got our BMW, the first nice car I ever had in my life. And did my enrollments change at all because of it? No. I thought people were going to be flocking to me because I had a nice car. No, people were in my inbox because I was showing up more and more and talking more and more and doing more things. It's not what you have or some secret sauce or I need to do this or I don't have an exciting life. I'm going to tell you right now, 90% of the time, I have not showered in 3 days or I have not brushed my hair in a week. Like, a lot of times I'm posting from the couch. I'm not even doing what I'm posting, right? Batch your content. Work smarter, not harder. This is a business, guys. You have to be strategic in what you're going to do for the week, what you're going to plan out. It takes commitment, and it takes realizing that if you're going to make this happen, you better go cojones to the walls, girl, because what this can do for your life, if you decide, it's unmatched. And I'm living proof. I literally had negative $83 in my bank account when I came back. Negative 83. How does that even happen? I don't know. But my last paycheck from my last company was 8282. And if you believe in angel numbers, I looked that angel number up and it said one door is closing and the other is opening to abundance. And I voice messaged Lindsay 8 minutes of bawling my eyes out. And I said, can I please come home? And I came home, and Connor and I's lives are changed going forward forever. If we don't stop this business, hello, we're set. And that's not because we're special. That's because we did the damn thing. And all of you are capable of it. I mean, you have a lot of the best mentors in this industry. I mean, Lindsay flat out taught me everything I know. So if you're not doing the boot camp and you're not showing up to Zooms and you're not doing the work and it's not working for you, honey, it's not the business. It's you not working for you. And I need you to realize when you commit to this business, it will always work for you, because the more you show up and the more you continue to do and the more you strive to grow, only bigger it's going to get. And at that point, you're going to be like, holy crap, I had an off week, but I'm still paying my bills. Like, can I tell you how amazing it is to like actually have my bills on auto pay? That was a goal for me. I never could do that before. Another thing I want to share with you guys that is kind of weird, but like super exciting for me, is a couple months back, I had a one-on-one with Lindsay and I bawled my eyes out for 2 hours about how much I hate school, but I was afraid to leave school because I knew my student loan payments would kick in. Guys, we did the math and I can afford my student loan payments and my bills alone with this business. And have excess and put away investments. Connor and I are going to start me an IRA. I have a savings account for the first time in my life. And it's only going to get better. Why? Because I'm not stopping. And you shouldn't either. So I'm going to leave it off on that because my Mac is dying. So Linz, take it away, babe.
First, I want to say sorry to those who could not make it in when I first started. Apparently, my card marked Zoom as fraud, and so we were maxed at 100, but we fixed it. We pushed it through. Y'all should be good. I recorded from the beginning. I'm sorry. Please don't come and burn down my house because we had a lot of upset people that they could not get into Mondays. So I apologize. I'll try not to let it happen again. But there's a couple things that I want to touch on that she said. One being the fact that she missed the 80K back in July. The biggest thing of that also, not only did she miss it, she would not have maintained it. And I know she doesn't care that I say this, so I can talk like this, but she would not have maintained it. So these are the things. Yes, she could have bought $500 and been an 80K. What, for a rank? Y'all, it's a rank. When you earn it, you maintain it. If you're buying it to earn it, you're going to have to buy it to maintain it. That is why I will never, ever tell anybody to buy something like that. The only time y'all ever hear anything from my mouth that says you should buy product besides with your free product credit are like bomb ass sales. And y'all know, if you know, you know, and you're in my team chat and I'm like, y'all, I'm stocking up. Because if it's like a BOGO or a tag team, those are bomb. Free shipping, stuff like that. It's really good if you need stuff. But the moral of it is, yes, if you're Christina Tammy and you need animal print, then that's another thing, because if anybody has animal print, she will probably give you her firstborn child for it because I think she's running out, but that's a different story. We have our things that we need, right? But the point of it is, how you get there is how you're going to maintain. Think about it. Know when your time is, know when your season is, and know that it's not a defeat if it doesn't happen. I'm right now running for 200K on Robs. Last month we were on track all month, and then we ended at 180, like a little over 180. Y'all, one, I would never buy that. My card frauded $50 for Zoom. They definitely would have frauded $20,000 on Thrive. So it's fine, but I would have never bought that. But y'all, that's 20K. I know this month I need to make up 20K somewhere. Do you see how that works? If we end at 190 this month, I know next month I need to bring in another 10. Whether there's a bonus applied to it or not, I'm running for it. And I'm not doing it just to earn a bonus. I'm doing it to build a business. So don't allow things to defeat you. Look at it as, okay, I was short $500. Next month, I'm personally going to enroll an extra $500 on top of what I did the month before. Do you see how you can flip that script from defeated to I'm doing it? There's a difference. Because yes, I fell asleep, hashtag worst upline in the world. It's fine. If you're a mom, you sleep when you can sleep. But I told her, I said, if when you hit it, call me. But I was asleep, so it's fine. But I would have definitely told her not to spend the $500. So we're glad that she didn't do it. But the point of it is, how you earn it is how you keep it. You got to remember that. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. Make it fun and run. And another thing that Christina said is something that I hear so often, and I'm glad that she brought it up, was when she got her first auto bonus car, when she got her BMW. Y'all, I heard about how she was going to be bringing in all the people with this BMW, and I didn't have the heart to tell her that that's not how it works. So I just said, yes, you are. Yes, boo. You take all those pictures with your BMW and that is how you're going to bring people in. Yes, girl. I did not have the heart to tell her no. Like, that's not how that works. Finally, she figured it out that it wasn't the BMW that brought people in. It was the fact that she was excited about what she was doing. She started sharing about the auto bonus again. She started sharing about the opportunity in a different way. And not just in a different way, she got loud about it. She got bold about it. She got to be her about it. The biggest thing is, it wasn't the BMW. It was her. It was that she was showing up more. She was showing up more consistently. She was being her. She was talking about her BMW while she was laying in bed, not even in the BMW. Y'all, it had nothing to do with the car itself. It had everything to do with her passion behind it. So I need to ask you, say you're working for 12K right now and you want that auto bonus. Well, you're going to get it by sharing about it. If you earn the auto bonus and then you share about it, what good is that? Like, yes, share about it, but can you imagine how much more momentum you're going to create when you talk about how you're about to earn an auto bonus and it's going to come with a $12,000 bonus this month? And then May comes around and you get your auto bonus car and you get that first payout of the $12,000. Talk about holding on to momentum. So many people are afraid to share anything until they earn it. I'm going to use Taylor LaPresto as an example for a second, because when she first joined, she refused to post. She was like, how do I do this? And I was like, well, you got to post. She's like, okay, but how? And I'm like, well, you have a lot of pictures. You're really cute. So let's post one of those. And she was like, okay, but what if people talk? And I'm like, what if people talk? She was here. She's laughing at me, but she knows. She was here when, she joined me while I was in labor with Ryland. So almost 2 years ago, 2019, she joined me and we had a $4,000 bonus available. We had rank advancement bonuses, these same exact rank advancement bonuses at the time. She was running for 4K. And you know what she did the entire month that she earned that 4K bonus? She talked about how she was earning a 4K bonus. She talked about what that $4,000 bonus was going to do for her. She talked about how that $4,000 bonus was going to allow her to pay off all her debt. She talked about how she had already, in her mind and on her social media, it was hers. Somebody who wasn't in the company would have never known she was at like 200 QV. They would have never known. People started joining her because of the excitement. People started joining her because they saw what she was working towards and what was available and what was real. People started joining her because she talked about what that $4,000 bonus was doing for her. $4,000 is great, but when you assign it to something, that becomes real. That becomes reality. A $4,000 check to somebody, most social media companies will wave fancy checks around. Great. But to a mom who just wants to pay for their kids' daycare or just wants to buy diapers or just wants to, whatever it is, put gas in their car, go out to lunch, go get a pedicure once a month, y'all, that $50 a week is what she's fighting for. That's going to excite her. What excites you? If all that excites you right now is the fact that you have bonuses up for grabs, I need you to assign it to something, and assign it to something much more exciting than just a bonus. Because I'm going to tell you right now, once you earn that bonus, if you don't carry on with that momentum, the excitement goes away. And then you're right back at square one. Put the excitement behind your business, not behind a rank. Because the people who have been here for 3 years with me, or 2 years, or a year with me that are earning bonuses right now, they've been working for them for 3 years, 2 years, 1 year. Yes, some people come in and earn that 4K and 12K like that. But did you know that statistically, and I know our team is anything but statistically, it takes an entire year to rank up in network marketing. AKA once a year, you're earning a new rank. So those who have been here for 3 years and 2 years, and you're in that comparison trap, and you're in that, when is it my turn? Well, when are you going to work your business consistently for an entire year? When are you going to show up and not quit on yourself and have that excitement and that passion behind it for an entire year? Because if you think this is the last time bonuses are going to be available, you haven't been in Lavelle long enough. They're always launching something. They're always working on the next best thing, y'all. Our CEOs are nowhere near done. They're not, we haven't even scratched the surface as a company, let alone a team. I think we're either just at 8 million or we're creeping up on it. I haven't looked in a while, but last month we were creeping up on 8 million for my downline alone. So either we've already hit it or we're like skimming it by, and we still haven't even scratched the surface. Last month as an entire downline, and I know if you're on here, you're probably underneath Emma. As our entire downline, we did over $1 million in sales. And we haven't even scratched the surface. Like, imagine that. And even more than that, know that it does not matter what rank you're at. A rank does not cure limiting beliefs. A bonus does not cure limiting beliefs. You overcome those. You can either become your fear or you can overcome your fear. You have to choose and you have to decide. It starts with you. What are you going to decide? We choose our hard. And I can tell you right now, I would choose this hard that I have today in my life than I ever would my hard 3 years ago. What is your vision for the next year, for the next 5 years, for the next 10 years, for the next 20 years, for your children, for your grandchildren, even if you don't have children? Say you don't want kids. Okay, what about your animals? What kind of life do you want for them? Because y'all, I started this with Xander, my Great Dane, and all I wanted was a yard for him. I literally bought my first home for my Great Dane. So we can relate on all levels here, y'all. I didn't become a mom right away. I was a fur mom, and that was literally the highlight of my 5s was my Great Dane, and he still is. He's Ryland's best friend, but he is the reason I bought my first home. What is your reason for being here? What is your excitement? What is your vision and what are you fighting for? Because if you haven't written it out in a little bit, maybe do that tonight. And then I want to leave you guys with one more thing. And then we'll call it a night, is I want everybody right now, either on their phone or on a piece of paper, I want you to write out what your goal weekly income is. $50, $500, $1,000. I want you to write it out. You don't have to share it. I just want you to write it out. What is your goal weekly income? Then right below that, just right now, what do you work, what's not ultimate, just your next, like what is your, so when I first started, as an example, when I first started, my goal weekly income was $1,000. I was making about $2,000 a month, and I wanted to double it to know that it would help with my security for me to feel safe. So my goal weekly income when I first started was $1,000. My first paycheck was $23. I couldn't even transfer it, but that's a different story. Still here, still popping. But my goal was $1,000. So if your goal is $50, $500, $1,000, $5,000, whatever it is, next, I want you right underneath that to write out your goal month income. How much do you want to earn in 1 month with Lavelle? Again, when I first started, mine was $4,000. I've worked my way up, and I actually just changed it this week, and my new goal income is $95,000 a month. You're going to upgrade it as you go, y'all. So this is why I'm saying this, because you're going to talk it out. That is my goal monthly income now, and I started at $4,000 for my goal monthly income. See what I'm doing here? You're working on it. Now, when you say your I ams, you know what I want you to do? I am earning $1,000 a week. I am earning $4,000 a month. So many of you guys are afraid of money, afraid to talk about it, afraid to claim it. You're giving bad juju and bad energy towards money. And we're going to change that. We're going to break that cycle together. Because I can tell you it was me. Hi, I did it too. But we're going to break that, because money isn't bad. Money doesn't have negative energy. You create the energy that it has. Think about it. If you can do that, whatever your goal weekly is and whatever your goal monthly is, how much can you give? Because y'all, a lot of you guys, you looked at me like I was on crack or something, which I'm not, but I'm a little crazy, so it's fine. When I said that 95, but y'all know how much of that I want to give? That isn't about me. That's because I want to give more. Don't get comfortable. Don't create unhealthy, negative energy relationships with money and your goals. Claim it like it's yours. So when you say your I ams moving forward for the rest of the month and the rest of the year, I want you to add in your weekly goals and your monthly goals and start claiming it. And if you have a dream board, I want you to print out a fake check on Pinterest or Google or something. If you did my boot camp with me and you're in my downline, just like we did on the boot camp, I had you guys print out and write that fake check. Well, I want you to do another one and put it on your dream board. We're making it real, y'all. Print out a fake check and write out the amount that you will be receiving for a week. And in the notes on the memo, put weekly. On the monthly one, in the notes on the memo, put monthly. And put that baby on your dream board. Stop having a fear of money. Have an abundance. Fear and abundance do not go hand in hand. If you're so willing to work your business for a bonus, are you going to work your business for your dream goal check? Because I can tell you right now, and I say this all the time when people don't earn their VIPs and they get upset with themselves, and I say every single time, I say, are you here for a one-time $800 bonus, or are you here for an every Tuesday $800 check? There are two separate people. If you're here just for the one-time bonus, that's fine. I can help you try and earn it, but that mindset is probably not going to get it. But hey, if you do, I'm here for it. If you're here for an $800 weekly check, let's link arms and go, because I'm here long-term for that. So claim it. Stop just saying I'm 4K earning a $4,000 bonus. Great. You're 4K earning a blank weekly check, earning a blank monthly income. And in my eyes, there is no averages at any rank, because when I was an 80K, I was making more than 200Ks. As a non-millionaire 200K, I'm making more than some of our millionaires. That's just not how it works. You are how it works. There are no ranks that are going to tell you how much you're going to make. There's no limit. There's no expiration date. There's no caps. There's none of that crap. It's you versus you. Every single person who is here is not your competition. We're your proof that you can show up and do it. All right. So I love you guys. I hope you have a great rest of your week. Christina, thank you so much for hopping on with me. And as always, spitting the fire that we all need to hear. My armpits are sweating, so that's fine. I got nervous. It's okay. Pray for me on stage in Texas. I am going to be like a sweaty McGee because I don't do well, but it's all right. You have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And that is what I am representing. If you can't tell, my eyes are already twitching, so it's great. It'll be fun. But I love you guys. I'll see you guys next Monday. Run and work your business like there is no expiration date and there is no ending to a month. You keep running. How you earn it is how you're going to maintain it. Earn it the right way. Do it the right way. Be you, because you will never say the wrong thing to the right person. Your people will always be there for you, and they will not judge you. They will not talk about you. They will not do anything. You cannot say the wrong thing to the right person. So I love you guys, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.